Hello there, everybody. This is Backlit Avenger again, and this time I'm going to go into a little more detail about what to do with your map once you have initialized the trigger library and set the data mod as the primary dependency. So, we're going to start this video where the last video stopped off. We have the camera, which we created following the directions in the first video, called FPS camera. We have the trigger library initialized, and the value of this global variable right here, named camera, has been set from no camera object, the initial default value when you import the trigger library, to the value of the camera that you just created. So, that's a summary of what we've done up till now. So, now we're going to take this extremely boring map here and make it a little more interesting. So, I think the first thing to do is to create some terrain, so that it's not just this featureless, plane. So, we're gonna zoom out a little bit so we can get a better view of the entirety of the map. So, if you'll remember, the camera is right about there. So, we're going to move the view a little bit so we can see a little bit more of the terrain that is in front of the camera. Now, I'm going over here to the cliff brush, and the operation type will be raise cliffs. And I think we'll go with a circle of size 4.5. So, let's create some cliffs. There's one cliff, and we'll create another cliff right there. The difference being that this cliff, we're going to go to the operation field over here and select add ramp. We're going to reduce the size to 2.5, and we're going to create this ramp here. Okie doke. Now we've got some cliffs to demonstrate my pathing algorithm, and we are about to paint some textures here. So we're going to go to add texture. We're going to select the noise brush here. We're going to set the size to 4.5, and we're going to increase the variability a little bit, and we're going to select Marsara Sand and go to work. We're going to add some of this texture along here, and we're going to increase the increment here. So we've got some sand here, and we're going to also go to rocky, and we're going to create some of that over here. And it's, I'm doing a pretty lazy job of this, and it's not super important for the purposes of this video. I'm just, I'm demonstrating, well, I'm not really demonstrating anything. I'm just adding this so that we've got something more interesting to look at than what we had before. So, I think that looks good. Now we're going to go into height, and we're going to select the lower operation. We're going to reduce the amplitude somewhat. We're going to select airbrush, and increase the fall off to about 75. And we've got about the size we want, so we're just going to add a little bit of variability here in the height of the map. And we're also going to go over here to raise, and we're going to increase the height of some of these cliffs. Make them look a little bit less, well, less like standard cliffs. You know, not exactly the most attractive default cliffs here. Okie dokie. Finally, we're just going to add tiny bit of noise. We're going to go back here to the noise pattern and just create a little bit of variability. And finally, go to the smooth brush and just really quickly smooth some things out. Alright, we're good. Now, we're going to go to units. I'm going to very quickly explain something here. If you navigate to the weapons folder here and select combat initialization, you'll notice that there are these data table values here that I save under a string which is the name of a given unit type. These determine effectively how tall a unit is. Without them, the height of the unit, or rather the tallness of the unit, because height means something a little bit different in the editor. The tallness of the unit will be 0, and the weapon operators will not be able to operate on them. Therefore, for our purposes, we are only going to be able to add units to the map that are listed here. Now, I'm going to in a further video explain in a little more depth what these values are, why they're here, what they do, and how to add additional unit tallness values. But that is not in the scope of this video. Suffice to say that we're going to create some Marines, some Marauders, perhaps a Viking in assault mode, and a science vessel to demonstrate an air unit. Okay, we're going to go down here to Hostile. We're going to select All. We're going to select Terran. And we're going to select Unit. Okie dokie. Now we're going to go down here. We're going to create a Goliath. And I think we'll place him up here on the cliff. And we are going to maybe put another Goliath over here. We're going to select a fire bat, and we're going to place him right here in this little canyon here. And finally, we need to create some Marines. We'll put 2 up here on this cliff. We're going to navigate over to this other cliff. 1, 2, 3. We'll put 2 down here. And finally, we're going to go to science vessels to demonstrate my hit detection operator working on an air unit. So, for our purposes, we are going to place the science vessel right here. And we're also going to put a science vessel right there. Okie dokie. Now, we're going to test this map to demonstrate some things to you. Go to test document. And I have it in a windowed view here so we can easily switch back to the editor. Okay, here we are. we're going to back up some. I think back up the truck a little bit, and we're gonna shoot something. We're gonna start with these Marines. As you can see, this rifle is an instant weapon, which means there's no visible projectile because the bullet moves so fast. We're going to hit Alt so we can see their health bars, and as you can see, the rifle is very powerful against lightly armored units. Now, to demonstrate units fighting back, we're going to walk up to this Marine so he can shoot us. Now you'll notice he misses periodically when we're stationary. Now while we're moving, he has a much higher chance of hitting us. Alright, we've killed this dude now. So, we're going to select the rocket launcher, and we're going to fire at this